How would you children like to suck on my chocolate salty balls?
Oh, you mean like a chocolate candy?
No, I mean my balls.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to a brand new series here right on the SMB feed. It's Smashed Balls, a South Park mashup. We've gone back through our library and we're smashing up some of our favorite episodes here that we reviewed right here on the SMB feed. I, of course, am your host in the heat and I can't be beat. I'm your guy who's having the air is dry, your boy MSG. You can check us out by going to linktr.ee/SouthParkPod. We're putting out these episodes right now in the middle of June of 2023 as we decided to take a break. And in doing so, we didn't want to leave you without content. So we came up with this idea where we're going to go back and we're going to review some of our favorite moments that we've reviewed ourselves. And, you know, we got a laugh out of as far as specific topics in that episode. This week on Smash Balls, it's some of my favorite episodes. So I hope you enjoy it. We'll be back in about the next 2 to 3 weeks with another Season 12 review. But for now, we hope you enjoy the Smash Ball version of SMB, a South Park Review.
Scott Tenorman Must Die is the 4th episode of Season 5 and the 69th overall episode of South Park. It aired on July 11th, 2001. And he begins crafting a plan above and beyond anything that he originally had in store. So now this is where his diabolicalness actually like really develops. You know what I'm talking about? This is where now he's just like finally where he's just like that evil where even if I knew a person like Cartman, I would do my best to I would go out of my way not to piss this person off. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure anybody who's watched the show, listened to their podcast, watched South Park, has seen or been online and seen the meme of Cartman being evil. This is where it comes from, this scene right here. He does that evil smile and whatnot. That's because he's got his little scheme. He's cooked up. But yeah.
A scheme.
And he made that plan that basically he creates a plan that was going to go above, the way he originally intended. Originally, it was just about getting his money back, maybe embarrassing Scott. Now it's about, I'm going to fuck you up.
And so he invites Radiohead to come to South Park to meet Scott, who, according to the letter that he sent, is dying from cancer in his ass.
He has cancer in his ass.
And asks if they are free next Tuesday around 5.
Tom, reading fan mail. We have work to do.
Just a second, fellas. Listen to this. Dear Radiohead, my name is Eric Cartman. I'm a young, supple 8-year-old boy from SouthPark, Colorado. I'm writing to you because of a kid I know named Scott Tenorman. Scott is 15, and I'm afraid he has cancer in his ass. Radiohead is his best friend in his short life. If you could find it in your hearts to visit him before he dies alone, scared, won't you please consider it? I don't think he'll make it past next Tuesday around 5.
Wow, we have to go to Colorado, but we've got an album to mix. Didn't you hear the letter? This poor kid has cancer in his ass.
Dude, this is probably my second favorite part of the episode, just because I've used this line so much and everything. We have to go. He's got cancer in his ass. In his ass. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it till next Tuesday around 5. And the cool thing is that's actually Radiohead's voice. At the top of the episode, it says featuring special guest Radiohead. So they actually did appear and did their own voices here for this episode.
Jan and Kyle betray Cartman, warning Scott that Cartman is training Dinkin's pony to bite off his dick. Cartman invites Scott to a chili cook-off, telling him that he can have a free pony ride at the event. Scott, who thinks he knows what Cartman's plan is, tells his parents that there's an abandoned pony at Farmer Dinkin's ranch. His parents then go to the ranch in order to have the pony sent to the animal shelter. Scott decides to humiliate Cartman once again by having his friends collect pubic hair from all the kids in South Park and laces a pot of chili with them, and with the sole purpose of feeding it to Cartman in front of the entire town.
Here's a coupon good for 1 free pony ride.
Wow, a pony ride. Neat.
Oh, it will be very neat, Scott.
Gosh, chili, rides, and ponies? What more could I want?
A little penis biting ahead?
What?
Nothing. So you'll come for sure then, Scott?
How could I turn it down?
Sweet. Killer. Bye, Scott. Oh, you are good, Eric. You are very, very good.
Mom, Dad, that was my good friend Eric at the door. He told me that there's a starving pony at Dinkin's Ranch that's been abandoned.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I feel really bad. but I don't know how I can help it because I have a lot of homework to do.
Well, don't you worry, Scott. Your mom and I can go get the pony and have it taken to an animal shelter.
We sure can.
Wow, would you really? I feel so much better now.
Oh, Scott, you're such a loving, caring boy. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you too, Mom.
Let's go hunt.
Scott, what's it look like? I'm making chili. Did you bring the goods?
We got everyone we could find to chip in. There's pubes from just about every kid in town in here.
Awesome. Oh, dude, the little fat kid thinks he's going to get revenge tomorrow. We'll see how he likes it when I tell him he just ate the pubes of every kid in town.
Yeah.
And I mean, they show that Scott Tenorman is a manipulative asshole here, and I'm not saying that he deserves the extremity of what he got, but like he definitely needed some comeuppance here.
Yeah, no, and there's also even some more foreshadowing. I mean, we're not going to spoil it here, but obviously Cartman and Scott are linked further down the line. So, like, you could even see further that, I don't know, it's almost kind of like a little bit of foreshadowing what Cartman may end up like as he continues to get older if he's in the same genes. You know?
Yeah. So at the cook-off, Stan and Kyle tell Cartman that this is the dumbest thing he has ever done. To which Cartman replies that when Scott Tenorman arrives, it will not be. When Scott does arrive, Cartman tries to bring Scott over to the pony. But Scott tells him that he wants Cartman to try his chili first because he thinks he can win first prize. So Cartman obliges. Everybody is waiting for Cartman to get humiliated, except for Chef, who brought his own chili. Scott eats Cartman's chili first and then taunts Cartman to do the same. When Cartman has eaten most of the bowl of Scott's chili, everyone starts to laugh quietly in anticipation before Scott begins to tell Cartman what he did. However, Cartman proceeds to pull the rug out from under Scott and reveals that he already knew that Scott had laced his chili with pubic hair. So he watched switched Scott's chili with Chef's.
Hello, Eric.
Hey, Chef.
I made some chili to enter into the contest.
What contest?
This is a chili cook-off, ain't it?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Here, I just put it over here.
It's my special recipe.
Scott Tenorman! How are you, Scott? Thanks so much for coming.
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for anything.
Likewise. Well, come on, you've got to see the penny.
Just a second, don't you want to taste my chili first?
Well, yeah, but there's a special guest coming, and I want you to be near the pony when they arrive.
Well, I don't want it to get cold. I think I can win first prize.
All right, Scott, let's go over to the judging table, and we'll try the chili first. God damn it.
All right, I guess we should taste each other's chili, huh?
Oh, this chili looks pretty good. Here's mine.
I don't know. Your chili is good, Cartman, but I think mine is better. Try it.
All right. Hey, this is great.
It's a special recipe.
Ah, this is really good, Scott.
I'm glad you like it so much, because now that you're almost finished, I have something to tell you.
What? You mean about how you put pubes in your chili?
So Cartman compliments Chef's cooking, claiming he had not anticipated the chili being so delicious, but claims that he did anticipate that Stan and Kyle would betray him by warning Scott that the cook-off was a trap. Shocking the pair, Cartman then explains that he assumed they would tell Scott that he trained Dinkin's pony to bite off Scott's penis, but he reveals that they did not tell Scott that Dinkins also had the policy to shoot trespassers on sight. Knowing Scott would try to sabotage the pony, Cartman met with Mr. Dinkins at the ranch and warned him that violent pony killers were spotted in the area. Also knowing that Scott would not go himself, out of fear of getting his dick bitten off, he assumed that Scott would most likely send his parents to do the dirty work. As a result of Mr. Dinkins being on particularly hard guard that night, when he saw Scott's parents on his property, he shot them both, killing them. A shocked town averts their eyes to Mr. Dinkins, who quickly defends what he did by pointing out that Scott's parents were trespassing and he was merely protecting himself and his property, which is valid. Yeah. Cartman then reveals that he has not finished explaining that he arrived at the scene just in time to see Dinkins give his report to Officer Bart Brady and, of course, steals the corpses. After a night of dismemberment with a hacksaw, the whole crowd is still in. Cartman says that he was finally ready for the cook-off so he could personally tell Scott that his parents were dead and, of course, gave Scott his chili. He concludes by asking Scott if he likes the chili he prepared for him, telling him that he dubbed it Mr. and Mrs. Tenorman Chili.
After a night with the hacksaw, I was all ready to put on my chili con carnival so that I could tell you personally about Terrence's demands. And of course, feed you your chili. Do you like it? Do you like it, Scott? I call it Mr. and Mrs. Tenorman Chili.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I made you eat your parents.
Carmen jumps on the fucking table there. I made you eat your parents.
So quickly catching on to what Cartman means, Scott reaches into the chili bowl and pulls out his mother's finger with a diamond ring on it. Realizing that Cartman really did just make him eat his own parents in a bowl of chili, Scott begins screaming in terror and vomits. Cartman then jumps up on the table and mockingly sings, "Na, na, 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 I made you parent, na, 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 na." Stan and Kyle look on from the crowd, absolutely horrified at the situation unfolding before them. At that moment, right on cue, and exactly on Cartman's schedule, Radiohead shows up. They see Scott sobbing and mock him for being a crybaby and totally not cool.
It's not cool. Totally not cool.
Everyone's got problems. You're not the only one. And they leave Scott sobbing. Finally, as Scott is crying over the death of his parents, Cartman victoriously licks the tears off Scott's face, remarking that they are yummy and sweet, as well as calling them the tears of unfathomable sadness. Kyle remarks to Stan that it would probably be best for everybody to never piss Cartman off again, to which Stan immediately agrees, both horrified by the lengths Cartman went to for revenge. Cartman ends the episode with a Looney Tunes style circle saying, "That's all, folks."
Excuse me.
Who are you?
We're that band, Radiohead. Jeez, what a little crybaby. You gonna cry all day, crybaby?
You know, everyone has problems. It doesn't mean you have to be a little crybaby about it.
Come on, guys, let's go. This kid is totally not cool.
Yeah, that's the most uncool kid I've ever met.
Little crybaby.
No, wait! Wait! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yes! Yes! Oh, let me taste your tears, Scott. Your tears are so yummy and sweet.
Dude, I think it might be best for us to never piss Cartman off again.
Good call. Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Yummy. That's all.
So we're back for probably, I'd say, one of the best songs in South Park history.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I still sing the song.
Constantly.
Where were
Same
you? Here. That's all you have to start it out with. Just, where were you?
Right. It's almost become a meme unto itself because someone will say something and I'll just, where were you? But
this is a ladder to heaven. This is, of course, Suck My Balls number 94, season 6, episode 12. Take it away, Guy.
Ladder to Heaven, as he said, is season 6, episode 12, and the 91st episode overall. It aired November 6, 2002. Kenny, as we know, is dead, but what we didn't know until now was that he died with the possession of a winning ticket to an endless supply of candy in his pocket. The boys decide to build a ladder to heaven where they expect to find Kenny and get the ticket back. So at this point, the boys have decided to build a ladder to heaven to find Kenny so he can tell them where the ticket is.
Oh my gosh. This is pretty good, I think.
Cartman, come on! What? Jesus, you butthose, it's 6 a.m. Kyle figured out a way to get our winning ticket stub back from Kenny. How? A ladder to heaven. We build it, climb up, and get our winning ticket back from that asshole Kenny.
Hey, if you boys are building a clubhouse, you should start with the floor.
We're not building a clubhouse, we're building a ladder to heaven.
A ladder to heaven? Why, son?
Because we want to see Kenny again.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my god!
There's 3 minutes of all of that, and I've got some more in the next montage. I just can't get all of this, guys. This is a really good episode for the music and for
for this stuff like that. Yeah. So as the end of that clip was alluding to, the adults think the boys only want to see their dead friend again and are touched by their concern, their want to see Kenny again, and thinking that they can build a ladder to heaven.
So yeah, this next clip plays on that as well, with more parents wondering what's going on.
What the hell are they doing?
The boys want to see their dead friend Kenny again, Jimbo, so they're building a ladder to heaven.
Aw. Kyle, I think you've bothered the Marshes enough.
No, it's all right, Sheila. The boys were just building a ladder to heaven to see their old friend Kenny.
A ladder to... Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's so touching.
So they went from last week with the kids being Mongolians, or a couple weeks ago the Mongolians, to this. This is ridiculous.
It really is. At this point, the whole country is involved in supporting the ladder to heaven and always want to capitalize on people's emotions. Alan Jackson is there to sing a new song he has written. It is a song that will stand the test of time and stick with us all to our dying day.
Now, so when they go to this montage here, and I had to cut all that out because this is, again, good about 90 seconds before they get to the good stuff here. We have the news reporter, and he's all like, let's go around, let's talk to people. And there's like people talking in the streets, and then they keep going to this one guy.
Oh my God, yeah, if the ladder to heaven was my penis and heaven was an 8-year-old boy.
And he keeps doing this throughout the episode on the different news bits. Right, and the news reporter holds up a piece of paper that looks like static slate. So yeah, they did all that beforehand, and then they're interviewing. This, my favorite part starts with Mr. Garrison when he gets to the point where he gets interviewed here.
A ladder to heaven? That's fucking stupid.
These boys symbolize how we all feel about loss. Who are we to tell them it's impossible?
Tom, people from all over the country are coming to see the ladder, feeling a connection to its symbolism and beauty. Even country singer Alan Jackson has shown up with a song he has written about the ladder. Alan Jackson is, of course, the man who wrote the song Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning about the tragedies on September 11th. And now he's here once again to capitalize on people's emotions. Let's listen in.
Where were you when they built the ladder to heaven? Did it make you feel like crying, or did you think it was kind of gay?
What a beautiful song.
Well, I for one believe in the ladder to heaven. Yeah. 9/11. I said 9/11, 9/11, 9/11,
9/11, Joe.
9/11. And 19 years after the fact, 20 years after the fact with the actual incident, I'm kind of happy that Matt and Trey really didn't wait all that long before going after, and like they were at least tasteful with their 9/11 jokes. But I think it was like one of the first times where they not they necessarily, but like the media in general just like went into a taboo, and it kind of helped with things. And they were like, no one was making Pearl Harbor jokes back in the day.
I feel like this was going to be kind of my point later on too. Like, no, you're fine. No, you're good. Because that was my thought as well. I was like, man, I remember being a kid, and I'll get into it more later, but I have a story about being a kid and how I was thinking about, because I mean, I've mentioned that I was, I watched it live as a 7th grader. So like I had a thought process when I saw this next year, and like, overall, the crux of it is, I felt better after watching this episode because they did a good job of making you laugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Making you smile, making you chuckle, Joe.
Making you feel kind of gay.
Making you feel kind of gay.
And I mean gay in like the original like 1890s.
I mean, you can be gay whatever way. I don't care. Hey.
I mean like happy. Oh, we're happy and gay here.
Like we'll have a gay old time Flintstone style.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on. The boys at this point have run out of stuff to build the ladder, and it is now that the adults consider telling them the truth that they're not actually going to reach heaven. But now, since the Japanese have built their own tower to heaven, ladder to heaven, at a growing rate of 1,000 miles a day.
That's right, dude. They were like showing it like they were in the sky.
Yeah, that thing looked like a skyscraper after one day. It was great. The U.S. military arrives and starts to build a reinforced tower in order to beat the Japanese to heaven.
Yeah, like, again, longer clip here, but you already broke it kind of down there. The Japanese people said they're going to build their own ladder, and they're already into space. At least that's what they show.
Yes.
We don't know. But here's that clip of then the boys beginning to run out of objects, and then the U.S. Army steps in.
We ran out of stuff to build a ladder with.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Where were you when they ran out of stuff to build a ladder to heaven?
We can keep going, but we need to start tearing down houses for wood.
No!
Look, I think maybe this has gone far enough.
Yeah. It's time we told the boys the truth, that they aren't really going to get to heaven.
Wait! Look! We've come to help you beat those Japs, boys. There won't be anyone stopping this great ladder from being built today. Alpha team, get that support structure up. Surveillance team, get us photos and recon. Yes, sir!
Where were you when they saved that ladder to heaven?
Man, I can't believe how much people want us to get our winning ticket back. Candy shopping sprees have that effect on people, Cal.
Oh, man.
On this episode number 101 for us, this is Krazy Kripples. It is the second episode of season 7 and the 98th overall episode of South Park. It first aired on March 26, 2000 and number 3. The synopsis of this story starts off, of course, with Jimmy and Timmy being the main characters in this episode. And they're put together in a group of people like themselves, and they're a new club, if you will. It's called the Crips. Not to actually be referred to as, yes, the real Crips, the gang member. So the episode starts out, Johnny's comedy act is snubbed by the townspeople in favor of an inspirational tale by Christopher Reeves. And in doing so, Timmy and Jimmy then form a club for genuine cripples, born that way, not wannabe posers like that Christopher Reeves is.
The Christopher Reeves is.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jimmy!
Thank you. Wow, what a terrific audience. I know what most of you are thinking. Hey, that guy stole my shoes. Wow, what a great audience. And how about this Michael Jackson guy, huh? I mean, come on. Wow, what a great audience. Lights, please?
It's just Butters.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. Butters, where is everybody?
Oh, yeah, well, about that. Christopher Reeve came to town to do some kind of show, and everyone went to see him.
Christopher Reeve? Christopher Reeve?
You know Christopher Reeve, the guy who played Superman?
I know who he is, but why is everyone ditching my comedy show to see him?
Well, because he got crippled, but now he can move his finger. He's an inspiration to us all. That's why everyone ditched on your show.
So then how come you came?
Well, because I said I would. Oh, I'm a dork, huh?
And so without further ado, here's the most courageous, most amazing man on the planet, Christopher Reeve.
So now we got Christopher Reeve coming up on stage here.
You make fun of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, dude, not cool.
Thought is controversial. I am a strong supporter of stem cell research.
Say, fellas, thanks a lot for going to my comedy show.
We didn't go to your comedy show.
I know that. I was being
can add many years to the lives of people who have been
dude, it's Christopher Reeve, dude.
Ooh, Christopher Reeve. Whoop de freaking do.
Dude, that's not cool. You shouldn't make fun of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, dude, not cool.
Thought is controversial. Stem cell research is critical.
Really?
In the quest for helping the disabled.
I put together a comedy show and I was crippled from birth.
Guys, I think we better stay out of this one. Yeah, this is starting to look like something we shouldn't be any part of. Let's go play with trucks or something.
Can you believe this asswipe, Timmy?
Jimmy!
A celebrity who became crippled more important than us that were born that way very much.
As we heard there, Jimmy and Timmy decided to form their own club. It's called the Crips. The boys are like, dude, we're not going to get involved with this. We're staying out of this. So Timmy and Jimmy find out that there are some Crips, another group that is, and they're under the belief that those Crips are also a group of disabled people like them themselves. So the boys want to join the gang, that being Timmy and Jimmy. Jimmy believes that Crips are those who are crippled at birth. And, of course, Bloods are those who are crippled in accident. Stupid. So stupid. Were you a Crip where you're born, and then they equated like Bloods. It's ridiculous. So Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny, of course, of their intentions, Stan suggests that maybe they should just stay out of this, and the other three agree, and they leave immediately. So they're not really going to be involved in this episode because, they don't want to get involved. So this is now at the point where the boys are going to head out, that being Jimmy and Timmy, this as we're going to refer to in this episode, to see the Crips.
Hey, would you guys like to join our club? Oh, I'm sorry. You can't. You aren't crippled. What? To be in our club, not only do you have to be crippled, but you have to have been born that way. You know what that means? No butthole Superman asswipe Christopher Reeve.
That's nice, guys. We're just gonna stay out of this one. Hey, wait a minute. You guys can't just start a club and tell me I can't be in it.
Sorry, able-body. You can't join.
Can't you?
Hey, Timmy, how many able-bodied people does it take to screw in a light bulb? One.
One.
You know what you call an able-bodied guy on the doorstep? Whatever his name is.
God damn it! Cartman, just stay out of it. But they say I can't be in their club! Cartman, trust me, we don't want any part in this one.
Hello, Mr. McGillicuddy. Mr. McGillicuddy.
Hello, boys. What can I do for you?
Jimmy and I have made a t-shirt design for our new club. We just came up with a name this morning.
Boys, I don't think you want to wear these shirts.
Why not?
Well, because there already is a group that calls themselves the Crips, and I don't think they'd like it too much.
There's already a Crips?
Well, sure, they're all over 5 Points area in Denver. You've never heard of them?
No, we never have. Are they crippled from birth, or are they crippled wannabes like Christopher Reeve?
Crippled wannabes.
Ooh, I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah. Everybody in this episode.
Can you believe it, Timmy? All this time there was a group for truly crippled people like ourselves, and we didn't know it. We had to take the bus to find
Oh, boys. You're going to learn
Yes, tonight
today.
is.
Oh, here we
We're
go.
looking for a group of people called the Crips.
You are?
Do you know where they meet? We've already tried the rec center and the library.
Poor homeless man.
Crips hang out in that old warehouse down there, but nobody goes in there.
Oh, it's okay. We're Crips ourselves. Come on, Titi.
I like how that typical gang stereotype. Timmy and Jimmy just rolling. What up, bitches? We're Crips too.
I'm Jim
What's
Swanson,
happening?
and this is my friend, Timmy. Timmy! Well, let us tell you a little bit about ourselves. Timmy and I are both true Crips, born and raised. We're the only Crips in South Park where we live, and we would love to join your fantastic Denver chapter.
Oh, my boy Jimmy. You gonna get it.
Is they for real, man?
We just have one question before we join your club. Do you think it's better to be born a Crip or to become a Crip later by accident?
The only real Crips is born Crips, dawg. Yeah, you can't become a Crip by accident, fool.
I agree. I mean, it's like, come on. Why do these people who become Crips later in life think they're such great potatoes? Timmy!
Great potatoes.
I was like, all right.
Well, we're glad you see it our way, fellas. So can we join your group?
All right, you want to thug with the 5 Point Crips? Bitches, all you got to do is pop some punk-ass bloods.
Pop some punk
Well,
ass
sure, Tim and I would love to pop some punk-ass bloods. We're terrific at it. I don't know, Timmy. Just play along.
Just play along.
Timmy!
I'm saying you down.
Down like a clown, Charlie. Down like a clown, Charlie. Down like a cloud, Charlie. Down like a cloud, Charlie Brown.
Fucking Jimmy and Timmy now are walking the streets, all fucking decked out here.
Pop some punk ass.
Dude, I love this part though because they fucking actually do it.
Did you notice
They ain't no
all the crippled
bitches.
people in that club are Negroes?
They said they were down. They were down.
Amazing coincidence. I mean, there's not one crippled colored person in South Park.
Not one crippled person.
The cops.
Hey, you kids.
Well, hello, officers.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
We're going to pop some punk ass for blood.
They're like, whatever.
These stupid kids.
Look, Timmy, there's a convenience store. That must be what the fellas meant by pop some punk-ass slugs. They want us to get them some soda pop and treats. Timmy!
Timmy!
Let's buy them ginger ale and marshmallows. Then they'll let us in the club for sure.
Oh, shit.
Sunday driver.
Sunday driver.
Oh man, that's hysterical. So as you heard there, the Crips leader in Denver tells the boys to pop some punk ass bloods. So the boys do not know that the term actually, means kill some bloods. So they entered the town. So they as you heard, they were wandering the town, looking like hoodlums, looking like Crips. Cops show up and they're like, "We're gonna go pop some punk ass blood." And the cops are like, "Whatever." So they
just stare.
Right. So they end up finding this group of bloods that they see there, and before they could even really do anything or anything ever happens,
buy them that soda pop and candy.
Buy some soda pop and candy. A fucking truck drives by. We're assuming it's an oil tank, gasoline, and to avoid the candy caps, crashes into all the bloods, killing them and exploding the fucking convenience store as well. And it ends up, as you heard there, with Jimmy saying, "Sunday driver."
Son of a bitch.
Right? It's hysterical. So after this point, the Crips are going to now bring Jimmy and Timmy. They're like, they bring them into the crew, and they're going to call my main man Jimmy, called Four Legs. And Timmy's going to be known by Roller.
Oh, shit.
You're not just in, but you're the baddest motherfuckers in town. So, because of course they believe he killed all of the bloods by themselves and brought back marshmallows and ginger ale.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, listen up, y'all. Let me tell you about my Lil G's Roller and Four Legs here. They just killed 13 bloods in one night.
I'm sorry.
That ain't never been done before. And they got us marshmallows and ginger ale.
That's right. They got it done right.
You're not just in, you're the baddest mofo Crips in town.
In
C-Pop, turn up the beat so we can celebrate our new G's 5-point style. All right.
I'm going to walk away.
Wow, these guys really are crippled.
Fuck.
Timmy, I have a feeling this is the start of something wonderful.
Hey, you enjoying the reviews you're listening to right now? That's awesome. Do us a favor, head on over to linktr.ee/SouthParkPod and check out some of our social media sites and landing pages. We're also available on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, as well as all social media outlets. And you can download us on all of your favorite podcast outlets. SMB, a South Park Review. Now back to Smash Balls. This episode is titled Marjorine. And if you haven't figured it out yet, because I've kind of bantered on there about being verified. This is Suck My Balls, a South Park review, where each and every week we review South Park for you in linear fashion. That means we review this thing in order. And this week it is the 9th episode of season 9, and it is the 137th episode of Suck My Balls. This episode is titled Marjorine, as it debuted on October the 26th, 2005. Give you a little backstory here. As I mentioned, Butters, he's going to have to fake his death, dress up as a girl, and then he's going to have to infiltrate a slumber party in order to retrieve the time device for Cartman. And Cartman is convinced that the girls have them. He has these time device.
Future telling device.
And for those wondering before we get started, what is the device? Guys and girls will both know this as a childhood because girls made them all the time. It was the paper mache little question games where you put 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outside. On the inside has a color, and then on the underside of those colors would usually have either another number and and then under that would be like the answers. So you pick your number, you pick your color, and then it's not going to be rich. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick your color. ORANGE. Signs point to no. So obviously that's what happened. Now, as boys, I'm going to be honest. We wanted that thing. We didn't know how to make it. We secretly we would look at this and be like, I hope they make it. I want that thing. I remember dating a girl at one point, like later, 5th, 6th grade, and be like, can you just make it, but don't put the answers? She's like, what? Like, yeah, just do the first part, do the second part, but don't put the answers, just so I can.
I'll write everything.
I want to put answers. She's like, okay. So I did it, and then, you go to school, the boys' locker, but we changed them instead of, signs point to no or yes to Billy got raped in the ass. Oh, you got raped in the ass, Billy. It says right here. Yeah, that's your life. Sorry, Billy.
Enjoy jail.
You just change it to tons of different things. But yes, guys, we secretly always wanted those, but we just didn't want to have to ask a girl how to make those.
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. We don't have a lot of time, so I'll cut to the chase. The girls at our school have been hiding something from us. Hiding something huge. What? What if I were to tell you that the girls have a device which allows them to see into the future?
The future.
What? How do you know? The girls do not have a device that shows them the future, Cartman. That's retarded.
You, sir, mocked Cartman before, yet you two sit here demanding answers. Now, damn you, let him speak!
Yes! Yes!
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you, Cled.
Thank you, Dad.
I'm afraid it's true. I secretly videotaped the girls on the playground yesterday using my Wellington Bear video camera. I caught the following images on tape.
Best moments.
I warn you, these images may be too shocking for young children.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Video playback says.
I can see the girls. They're playing with their fortune teller.
Okay, baby. What do you want to know? I want to know if I'm going to live in a big mansion in the future. Okay, let's find out. Ready? Pick a number.
Pick a number.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, you get it. We explained how this thing works.
Yeah.
But yes, first off, that is my favorite Clyde line of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And I would say this, because of that line, it makes this episode like a top 25 for me, just because of that specific line. You sir have mocked Cartman before. Now let him speak.
Yeah.
Yes, just because it's like, Clyde has seen Cartman have to come up with so many different ideas, and Kyle and Stan be like, that's dumb, and then it ends up happening, so he's just like, shut up, let him talk.
Right, yeah, it's...
Thank you, Dad.
Right? Like, even Cartman's like, whoa.
Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
I was not expecting that. Best way to infiltrate the party, or to infiltrate the girls, is to do so via a sleepover, and they're going to come up with the idea that Heidi Turner is going to have a sleepover party. So they come up with 1, 2, 3 kind of not it whatever situation to see who's going to pretend to be a girl and sneak in to the slumber party. And of course, our level Butters is the one that's volunteered. And after doing so, they say, well, Butters, the only way that we can convince the girls that you're a new student and not Butters is you have to fake your own death. So they get a pig and they go to the top of the building and they drop the pig off. You see Butters' parents down there. Come down, son. You'll only be grounded for a couple of weeks.
We'll only ground you for 2, 3 weeks at most.
At most. Pig jumps, quote unquote. Butters looks like he dies. Mom freaks out and screams. Right. And then very nice. And then so Butters dies. So let's quote unquote dies. So let's go to that scene here really quick of Butters, if you will. The pig remains jumping off the top of the roof. Actually, let's do this. We're going to start off with this cop showing up at Mr. Stotch's house to explain to him, sir, you better come with us. And then it'll get to the Butters scene here.
Mr. and Mrs. Stotch.
Yes, what is it, officer?
You better come quick. Your son is down at the Bowery building threatening to kill himself.
What?
Butters.
Don't do it, son. You have too much to live for.
Oh my God, Butters!
Darling, Butters, we don't have the dead pig quite ready yet.
I got some answers.
Butters, whatever's troubling you, this isn't the answer. Look at all these people who've come out for you. Just come down now, son, and we promise we won't ground you for more than a couple weeks.
Oh, jeez. Now I'm gonna get grounded, too.
Okay, ready. Step down, Butters.
Oh, he's coming down.
He's coming down. Oh, thank God.
No, wait, what's he doing?
Okay, 1, 2.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, my God!
He didn't make it.
The doctor!
No shit, he didn't make it.
This is the stupidest part.
Right.
The doctor comes up, places his hand on a dead pig heart. He's dead. Well, yeah, no shit.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. And secondly, if you're a doctor, you probably should be able to know that that's a pig. when you're looking at the dead remains.
Apparently, I know they use pig carcass in medical school because of the similarity, obviously, other than the head, but there are like a lot of similarities in the torsos or something.
Right. I get it. There was a pig head, obviously, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know what exploded and what didn't, because you could see that thing just splatters when it hits the ground.
There is a little bit of a side story, and the side story is this: is obviously Butters is dead. Dead. There's dead. Don't go down that road. So what's going to happen is Mr. Stotch goes to answer the door, and it's that guy, and he's going to tell him about, don't bury your son in the Indian burial ground, Stotch. Dad
is better.
Dad is better. That's why I say this is like one of my top 25 episodes, because this is so many good lines in it. So let's go to that now as he answers the door as the milkman guy and the farmer guy arrive to tell him why he should not bury his dead son in the backyard. Indian burial ground.
Oh, Butters, I miss you so much. Mr. Stotch, I know what you're thinking. Who are you? I came to talk you out of it. You need to just accept that your son is dead. Not try to bring him back. Bring him back? What are you talking about? I know you're thinking of putting him up there. The Indian burial ground up that road. You're thinking if you bury his body there, it will come back to life. But sometimes dead is better.
That is better.
Indian burial ground? It's been done before.
Don't do it, Stotch.
The Nelson boy back in 85. You're saying if I dig up my son's body and rebury him at the old Indian burial ground that I... Don't do it, Stotch. What comes out of the ground ain't the thing you put in. The Indians knew that. That's why they stopped using it when the ground went sour. I'm just here to talk you out of it. Don't bury your son's body at the Indian burial ground, Stotch. The one that's right up over there behind the Anderson's barn. Sometimes, dead is better.
He just gave him the whole blueprint on how to do it. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, if you know any kind of horror movies or any horror fiction, you know right away what that's ripping off.
So after failing to hear from Butters for a couple of hours, the boys are going to reach out to him, because now Butters, after crying in the bathroom and the girl's feeling bad, they decide that, you know what, all you need is a makeover. So they give Marjorine a makeover, and now she's one of the girls, and they're dancing and having fun. And this is another great funny scene as well, as Cartman calls into Butters, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" And Butters claps back, but he does so in his Marjorine outfit with Heidi's parents there. It's a really funny scene.
Anything?
He's just dancing around. That son of a bitch.
Marjorine, sweetie, your mom's on the phone.
My mom? Hello?
Just what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Well, I'm just having some fun with my girlfriends.
You aren't there to have fun, you black asshole! You're supposed to be getting the future-telling device!
Well, I'm working on it.
Working on what, your dance moves?
Now look, I'm getting pretty sick of this. Well, I put myself through a lot, and you can't talk to me like that. Mom?
Just do what you were sent in there to do, dickface!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this edition of Smashed Balls. We'll be back next week with some more of our favorite moments and episodes here on SMB, a South Park Review. Again, check out linktr.ee/SouthParkPod. We'll see you next week.